我们家孩子从小学3年级就来清迈留学了，1年后听和说都流利了，但是学术词汇他还是理解不透。而且我发现中国学生都有这个问题，我们一直想要给他补上这一块，但是很多外教都说不好教啊，因为背单词太枯燥了，怕孩子不愿意学。我们磨合了很久，终于找到了很好的教材和方法。怎么样才能做到既有趣又有效呢？听听老师们怎么说。
There's nothing worse than being a teacher, going to your class and the kids don't like you because you're so serious. This is the most difficult thing with trying to teach something like this. It has to be taught in a slightly serious way, so the children do develop themselves, but also get them to enjoy coming to class. It's a summer camp. They don't want to come to a summer camp and it'd be like a jail. They want to come and enjoy. Otherwise they're going to go, I don't want to go to school today, Mum, Dad, I don't want to go there. No, it's boring. No, for me there is nothing worse than a student telling me to my face, teacher, this class is boring. Oh, for me that is like a stab in the heart. I really don't like it. So to try and make this kind of thing interesting is a very difficult thing to do. I understand the Chinese traditional style thinking. Now my wife's Chinese. I've taught Chinese people in Chiang Mai for over 15 years. The biggest difference that I find between Chinese parents and Western parents, Chinese parents' focus is more on the grade, the level of their children, whereas maybe a Western style parent's focus is more on enjoying school, not being so serious. Have you ever thought of asking your child, do they like going to school? Do they enjoy going to school? I can maybe assure you that 80% of them say that they don't like going to school, they don't enjoy it, but maybe they go to school to try their best to please their parents. Now in my experience, of teaching parents on a daily basis is I try to get them to think about their children more. Let their children be exposed to English and enjoy learning English. Is this not the reason why people go to school, to enjoy? Now this is in my experience of teaching Chinese students for a long time in Chiang Mai. I think that in my experiences, bring your children to our school. I promise you that they will get better, they will develop. And also bring yourselves to our school. Let me teach you something that maybe you don't know. Come and enjoy English as well as your children come to enjoy English. I think this is what learning is all about. Come, enjoy, have some fun, be exposed to English. I welcome everyone.
These are all ways in which I teach. So the main reason why I try and do this is because I find all of this amazing. I find this style of learning, how interesting everything can be, how interesting the world can be. I try and put that onto my students. I am endlessly curious about how everything works. Because that's how I grew up learning, was just to be curious, always asking questions. Paper, how is paper made? Okay, it's made from cutting down trees, and then we put chemicals we take the wood and we turn it into pulp and we add chemicals and we dry it out. Just always when I was young, always asking these questions, and I want my students to always be curious and aware of the world around them. When I was younger, if I wanted to learn, I had to go to a library and I had to find a book, and then you open the book and it's got this much information about the topic, and I'm I want to know more. If I can get my students to be interested and my hope is that when I show my enthusiasm for how things work, how the world works, how amazing science is and physics and history, I'm hoping that my enthusiasm comes across, and then the students ooh, maybe this is interesting. For example, in my classroom there's one word that is not allowed, and that is nice. The word nice is not allowed in my classroom, just purely because any example of a sentence, the food is nice, you get rid of nice. What word can you put there? Tasty, delicious, yummy, anything but nice. The cat was nice. No, the cat was cute, the cat was fluffy, the cat was friendly. So that's always why I just try and give students the creative tools to never use the same word twice. Remind them to use these words, because that's what becomes so hard. Is you learn these words, then what? When do you use them?
We need to use it.
Yeah, so that's kind of my style, and like I've been using these books for 3 months now, but again at a much higher level. It is repetitive, but we get through it because at the end of the day, in order to increase your vocabulary, it's usage. It is important to make it fun. For vocabulary specifically, you do have to keep repeating, coming back the next day, coming back in a week, getting them to take notes.
It's not like starting follows a dictionary.
Yeah, no.
So many fun we can have.
Always. I'm always having fun with my students, but I'm also making sure that when we're having fun, they're learning. For example, we use the word bicycle.
Oh.
So to get them to understand, bi equals 2, and they're like, so normally when bilingual, because then so then like when you talk about bilingual, they're like, something to do with 2. I'm like, yes, you are bilingual, you speak 2 languages, and like, so when I see the word lingual, now I know it's related to the word language. And then like from there on, that's why for me etymology is important, because you can start seeing patterns everywhere, especially in English.
Infinite.
Yeah, you can keep going, and then like
cycle means like the wheel.
Wheel, yeah. Cycle just means wheel.
Oh, that's why it's called bicycle.
Bicycle, just 2 wheel. Yeah. So then like if you see the word tricycle, you're like, well, it doesn't have 3. It doesn't have 2 wheels because a bicycle has 2 wheels. Tri. Oh, is that related to triangle? Oh, maybe it is, but I know angle is this, so maybe tri means 3. So tricycle must mean 3 wheel.
Oh.
That's how my brain works.
谁说出国就不用鸡娃了？你以为孩子英语流利就可以躺平了吗？90%的陪读家长都蒙在鼓里，残酷的现实是怎么样的？听听路易维拉语言学校的校长周毅怎么讲。
我在清迈6年，接触了大量的中国学生，表面上听说流利，一到考试就原形毕露。为什么？单词看不懂，写不出来，白上课了吗？并不是，听懂课只是第一步，你跟欧美孩子的差距主要在课外。人家在家说英语，咱有吗？人家课外大量阅读积累词汇，咱有吗？人家课外活动要写作，要辩论，学术词汇是这样积累起来的。英语母语的孩子词汇量在5岁的时候就能达到5000，大学生有1亿到2万。针对中国孩子跟母语者的这些差距，我们定制了分级词汇课，帮助孩子跨过3重门槛，一级一级踏踏实实的扩大词汇量。注意，不仅仅是生活用语，更重要的是学术词汇，先要能流利阅读，然后考试中能写作运用，最后加深学术上的思考深度。切换成英语思维，脱离了词汇量，谈考试成绩，谈学术，那都是白搭。暑假还瞎玩啥？赶紧过来报名吧！